Hey guys, there's been a few questions regarding the PFP assignments and the final project. So I'm just going to do a short video for you guys today to kind of clear the air on all the questions that we're receiving as TAs. So first off, let's go ahead and go to the Content tab and go to day 1. Let me go student view here. Okay. Over here at the grading key on day 1, this is the document you definitely need to look at for the project. This right here is your best resource in getting a 100 on the final project. If you follow this thing to the T, then you'll get a really good grade. This is what Daniel and I use to grade all the projects. So if you follow each bullet point, each place where there's a point, and if you make sure you have every single one, you have 4 asset classes, for example, here in investments, that you have the printed tabs, you have a new binder, you're going to be getting points for every single one. And so we're just going to follow this rubric. So if you have questions, this is the first place to start with the final project. Now, throughout the semester, you're going to be doing sections of these, and the online submissions are the templates that you have to do. So for example, financial statements are coming up. The assignment is due, I think, next week. And so right here's a hyperlink to the template. You can click on that. And they'll take you here. Now, first things first, so it's asking, certain questions. So for your current situation, your action plan, what are you going to do with your financial statement? So just read these questions and fill out the document. So for each section, you have to fill out a template for each section. Fill it out 100%. So no matter what, that's what you have to do for the Learning Suite submission, and then also for your binder. You have to fill out the template and then print it off the template to place in your final project. That's number 1. There shouldn't be any confusion with that. Now, where the confusion comes usually is some of the extra stuff. So for example, we fill out the financial template, fill out all the questions, that's great. And then you also, looks like we have to do 2 balance sheets, comparison and action plan, 2 income statements, comparison action plan. So all this extra stuff, right? So there's 2 things you can do with making sure that you get these extra things done. The first thing, and this is the way I recommend, is using Brother Subweeks' learning tools. So there's, for example, we'll go back out of this, and it should be under the same day that you find the template. So for example, under day 5, financial statements, here's the template for it, and then here is the learning tools to help you out. So we got a budget, balance sheet, and income statement. So we'll click on that. Click on download. Okay. And so I'll do another video to kind of explain this learning tool, and probably do more videos for all the learning tools just to help you guys out if you need it. But this will, if you fill this thing out and follow the instructions, you'll be able to have your budget for each month plus the year budget. And then over here you also have your income statement, your balance sheets. So these tools, they look a little bit complicated, but as long as you follow the instructions, fill out all the green cells and leave the blue and pink cells alone, because the blue and pink cells have formulas. If you fill out everything correctly, then you'll be able to print all this stuff off very easily. It shouldn't take too long, and then you can add it to your, in this case, your financial statement section in your PFP binder. So So there we go. So let's go back over to the grading key, which is, your foundation. And then right here, so we'd fill out our 2 balance sheets. We'd do the action plan, comparison action plan, which is in the template, and then 2 income statements. So that section would be done after using the learning tools and filling out the template, and then you'd have your 7% for the final project. So ultimately, guys, just follow this template. Click on the hyperlinks where there's learning tools. Just use all the resources you can on Learning Suite. I know it's a little bit complicated at first, but as you get yourself familiar with it, it'll be a lot easier to understand. Brother Stoics has a lot of great information, a lot of great learning tools that aren't even required for the project, but are really beneficial for your financial planning. So I encourage you guys to just use all your resources, because really this class is for you guys to become better stewards of your money and being able to understand what your goals are for the future. So this project will be able to fulfill that immensely. So if you guys have any other questions, just email us. I think I covered everything I wanted to cover in this summary. But ultimately, first things first, if you have questions, just go to this thing, and it should be able to answer any questions that you guys might have. So.